Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time if you are new. We are back to watch another episode of Andor. This is Season 2, Episode 6. Before we jump into this one, if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon or joining YouTube memberships. You just sync up your own copy of the show and you can watch along with me. But other than that, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 6 of Andor. Port Steerguard. This is Luthen's ship, but Cassian's here.
You're late.
Yeah, we had a spot inspection coming out of Gorman.
Pre-flight check complete.
Hold on. Set for Coruscant.
Calculating for Coruscant. Calculation complete.
Tell me about the Gorman front. You weren't there very long.
Yeah, because they suck.
That's your assessment, just like that? 2 days in, you barely looked around. We heard it didn't go very well.
Oh, you heard? Really? I only left this morning.
Well, they sent word. They're very prompt, the Gormans.
Yeah, they're very bad at their jobs.
They are easy impatient. They want to hijack an Imperial transport to prove something that everybody already knows is true. Who's gonna care about it?
The Empire will care about it.
Exactly.
Will they?
In a place where they know nothing about fighting, they'll be crushed.
They're finally wanting to do something. You tell them to be careful.
He doesn't want them to get killed.
Gorman in play? A new front line against the Empire? You're thinking small, you're thinking like a thief.
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think like a leader. Think about a planet like Gorman in rebellion. A planet of wealth and status.
Yeah.
If it goes up in flames?
It will burn. Very brightly.
Which, you know, is kind of what happens. It burns so brightly, it unites the galaxy in rebellion.
You were sourcing another item.
It's being delivered as we speak.
Okay. So Cassian didn't want to do it. They sent her instead. Damn. She is baked.
The trip, okay?
Maybe she's not high,
Different.
but maybe her cleaning was part of a manic episode.
I was a fashion designer. Yeah. I was very pretty.
Sorry, I missed that.
He can roleplay for you later.
It's Luthen that scared me.
Tell me about it. He came after you left.
What? He came?
Yeah, he was gonna ask me for a weapons appraisal, but he changed his mind.
Go out? On your own? He knows you need a rest.
I would have gone if he asked.
That's not the point. He's so pissed off, he's not gonna tell me. He has to know we're having this conversation.
Yeah,
He
probably.
doesn't do anything without a reason.
Cassian is very protective of her.
squeezing a whole year's worth of insincerity into 3 nights.
You figure it out.
It is tough fitting 3 episodes worth of content into 1 week. It's a struggle to keep up.
It was a very poor decision. You come to the house and you mess with Bix. You mess with her behind my back.
You realize what you're putting at risk right now?
It would have been so easy for you to tell me.
Kill me or take me in. You're in. Oh, but Gorman looks too painful. Bix is too vulnerable.
I give you everything.
He's trying to radicalize you even further.
Soft on Gorman, but willing to protect Bix at any cost.
We are not droids, Luthen.
We are not who we were when we started. Bix has to pull it together, or you will have to decide at what point it becomes too large a problem. Unless that's what you're doing right now.
Oh, no. That's gonna be up to you.
She is gonna have to pull it together.
It would just be easier if I was alone.
It would.
I came with you to be part of something. You want my blood. You helped me work this out.
Thank you for the medallion. Coming all this way.
Cassian is the most valuable piece he has. So Cassian's like, you want me to do what you want me to do, then you gotta help out. Quit trying to drive a wedge. But at the same time, like, Bix does need to pull herself together.
Our cousins in military intelligence have been salivating over our interrogation results and have convinced the Emperor that Dr. Gorst is too valuable to be a one-man ISB asset. He's to be expanded into a program.
Oh.
The Navy's donated a facility here in Coruscant. I want the 2 of you to represent our interests in this. I'm counting on you to keep watch on these idiots.
An honor, sir.
Really? It's an assignment. Calibrate your enthusiasm.
Yes, sir.
Calibrate your enthusiasm. Cinta! Young Sade! The framing. The framing of that shot. So how have you been? I've missed you.
I told Luthen that I would only take this assignment if you were on it.
You're the only reason I'm here. I had an accident. I told him not to tell you. I knew you'd worry.
What happened?
I'll tell you about it someday.
What happened? Come on.
It's been a long year.
You killed that guy, right? Tacoma?
I had to rest up for a while. Quite a while. I had time to think. I thought about you.
She misses you too.
You walk a very narrow path, Tetra.
But she sees a way
So
through.
you must never know what this is all really about.
I remind myself constantly, sir.
What is it really
What's the
about?
fastest they could get here?
8 minutes. And we can slow them down.
Let's call it 6 minutes. Time's up. We leave with what we have. We don't get greedy.
We need all the weapons we can get.
Dantem lidsam.
Morgvul. We're not just here to make a point. Some of us want to protect ourselves.
Don't.
Don't what?
Don't talk. Don't think. Do as you are told. If you can't manage that, you don't belong here.
Damn.
You're the end of our line, which means you do not move under any circumstances until you are told to do so.
By who? By you?
Yeah.
I live here. We've put a lot into this.
Jaina.
You brought her in for a reason.
Your time means nothing. Prep is useless if you can't follow orders.
We're here because you've never done anything like this.
I can't stress this enough. You're all going to need to respect the chain of command. Cinta and
That
I
guy's
will
gonna
have
be a problem.
blasters. Nobody else. And I mean nobody. If that's not possible, this would be the time to say so.
You mean now?
Right now.
Right this second. Decide if you can follow orders.
When are you planning to do this?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow it is.
I have a feeling like half these people are gonna come with blasters and screw the whole plan up.
I'm sorry I hurt you. I was
Scared?
confused.
Luthen should have told me you were in trouble.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
All the more reason. He shouldn't have let you say no. He should have told me.
We're worth more to him separately than together.
Same thing
that's
with
something I have to
Cassian and
talk to him
Bix.
about.
They're worth more to Luthen separate. You guys gonna kiss or what? Let's get this over with. Been apart for too long. Let's go. All day, baby. All day. They're so cute. This was in Westworld.
For the peace and bounty of all beings.
That guy looks like he's from Halo.
A galaxy of worlds. A galaxy assembled. An empire.
She's not saying those words.
Driver's here.
Oh, you look fancy. Is that the new listening device? Or I guess you can't plant the new one yet.
Senator Mothma.
Senator Organa.
Perrin. Bale, how are you? I'm free. That was my
Oh.
last investiture party of the season.
I heard about this. They had to recast Bail Organa.
No, you're family now. You're in for the show. Good luck with it.
I think Jimmy Smits had scheduling conflicts.
How did you two get in here?
We come every year. Vartigas had an emergency and tossed us the invites. Where's your buddy?
Oh, he'll be here.
Who's your buddy? Does he recognize her?
I haven't heard from my cousin.
She's doing stuff.
She's probably just being careful.
I'll tell her to check in with me.
Something urgent she needs knowing?
Yes. I care about her.
And she needs to know that.
And the Miracle Man who helped secure this very special piece is actually here with us tonight. Director Krennic, Luthen Rail.
What a pleasure.
Hey, man.
Senator Mothma, Perrin Further, I'm sure you've met before.
Oh, yes, I've been a guest at her committee several occasions.
How pleasant to see you free of the witness stand.
Ha! Got him.
I'm showing you something special.
Do you have any idea who's in this room right now?
You're not smiling.
Just a couple people. No big deal. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's get to work. Damn, Cinta. Cinta's a badass.
You're risking everything.
Move slightly to your left.
Tell me what you're doing.
Lonnie, you're sweating.
That's a great story.
That's useful. That thing is so slippery.
We studied the Battle of Carmine at the ISD Academy.
Okay.
It wasn't much of a battle, was it?
Insurgencies have a long
Stuck.
history of puffing up their failures. Criminals love to lie. After all, who wants to die
Current administration.
for lawless ineptitude?
What are you doing?
She's trying real hard to get it out.
I'm walking away.
Do as I say.
One of these boxes is gonna have a bomb or something in it. Although, don't they want them to be successful?
Put both hands on top.
Why?
Hold it steady.
She's gonna yank the shit out of this.
1 minute warning.
Damn, she's bleeding. You guys had that in there.
Hi! Anya, Loris. Temik binor e balor. Kumbitem sampit se mo binor skedador.
Brother. He's gonna shoot him. I knew he had a blaster.
C'est le mot binor et balor. Balor.
Petit Kizmo. Tiens-nous la station, le balcator t'es petit fausse caquette.
Shots fired. One shot.
Who'd he hit? Oh no, he hit Cinta, didn't he?
No.
Yo.
Call the response team. And come in loud. Make sure they know we're on the way.
I need help! We have to go! Okay? We have to go!
I can't take her.
That idiot couldn't follow directions and got Cinta killed.
I understand that this piece is a favorite of yours.
Indeed.
It's from a planet where blindness was considered a gift.
Oh, well. Sure, we can all think of some people who'd be right at home.
Hilarious. Phil, shoot that guy.
Are you crying?
Are you? Look at me.
Look at me!
Look at me. There's no place to hide. Look at me. I'm not going to say remember this because I don't have to. This is on you now. This is like skin.
You know, wear this for the rest of your
You're
life.
taking her with you wherever you go for the rest of your useless life. Don't you look away from me.
I'm sorry. I'm so
She was a warrior. She was everything that you have daydreamed about. She was a blooded, fearless warrior whose loss will be mourned in ways that you will never understand. To die like this because of you. Some whining, simpering, foolish child. Don't
Who
you
couldn't
dare
follow
cry.
orders.
You'll make up for this forever.
Now, do you guys understand why Cassian was like, fuck this? You guys don't know what you're doing.
You're welcome.
My face hurts from smiling.
Complain all you like, it worked.
We should have killed Krennic while we were up there.
You should have, yeah.
That's the spirit.
Have a little fun with the rebellion. I hate this guy. This is the guy that tortured Bix with the screams of dead children.
Get in the chair.
I know you.
Get in the chair.
You don't immediately recognize?
How do I know?
You don't immediately recognize someone you tortured? Yo, Bix. Eat his snack while you're at it. Damn. Hell yeah, Bix. Get your revenge, girl.
Hey, who are you? Nobody's allowed in here.
Damn. She is in it. Hell yeah, Bix. What an episode. Okay, what an episode. Honestly, that was a lot. Many things happened in that episode that were both exciting, but also nerve-wracking and also sad, and it was just, yeah, it was a lot. So, Cassian, last episode, he goes and visits these people and determines, like, we don't want anything to do with these people. Like, they're too arrogant. They are rushing into things. Like, they're gonna screw up. They're gonna get people killed. Like, it's not worth engaging with them. And he's right. He's super right. Also, due to the fact that, like, the whole thing is basically a setup as well, is another reason Cassian's right. But the friggin' Luthen and Clea, they can't let it go. They need this, you know, basically rich white neighborhood this rich white state, these celebrity, people of wealth, to be in the rebellion, essentially, right? Like, it's one thing if this poor backwater planet is rebelling against the Empire, but if you have people of means and people of prominence actively rebelling against the Empire, then it signals to the rest of the galaxy, like, hey, this is for real, like, this is a thing that has legitimate feet under it. And so they're like, yeah, we need these people in it. But also, like, even if it goes poorly, if everything goes wrong and they burn it to the ground, this place is so prominent that it's gonna burn very brightly. And even that will get people interested in rebellion. So it's like, everything, like, no matter what route they go, this is a worthwhile cause for Luthen. But Cassian's like, screw that, like, I don't want any part of that. And so they send Vel and Cinta, and those two immediately, like, they're like, hey, this is the way it's gonna be. We're just gonna do this by the book. If we get this done, you guys get weapons. You then can, be a larger force in the rebellion, right? And these people are so fucking arrogant. Like, they piss me off, right? They asked these people to come here, basically. Like, they asked for their help. They wanted assistance. They wanted an advisor to tell them how to do this and how to do it right so that they don't die. And Vel and Cinta are essentially like, hey, you're gonna follow our orders the entire time. If you deviate, I'm gonna kill you. Right? Like, don't, like, if you can't follow orders, don't come on this mission. And then they tell him, like, only we're gonna have blasters, just me and her. Everyone else, that's not something you need to worry about. And the two people at the desk, the one girl, she's kind of being sassy, but then the dude, like, you can tell, like, they're not gonna follow directions. And it's so annoying because they're like, we've invested so much time in this, and we have to follow your orders. And it's like, yeah, like, what do you mean? Like, Cinta's like, I don't give a shit how much time you invested in this. Like, if you want it to go well, listen, you've never done this before. Like, and this just makes me so mad. And then, like, especially because Vel and Cinta have been apart for so long, and they finally come back together, and they're at a point where they're like, I want to be with you, like, for real. They had been separated. Cinta got injured somehow, and she was, like, on the shelf for a bit, and now she's back. And Vel only did this mission with the assurance that Cinta would be here, and then they finally hook up again. And it's just a nice moment, and then the mission happens, and this dude, like, I mean, the one guy popped out and was like, hey, what's going on here? And he's like, okay, he's already making a scene, but if that guy doesn't have a blaster, this is not a problem. But he has a blaster, and he inadvertently shoots Cinta through the chest, kills her, and I wanted Vel to kill him. I wanted her to just brain that dude, like, just kill him in the truck, just be like, bam, like, you killed my lover, like, you're done, because you couldn't follow orders like a moron. And it was tough, but, like, I liked what she said to him. He's in there crying in the truck, and she's like, you are gonna wear this like skin for the rest of your life, what you did. She was everything you dreamed of being. You guys fancy yourselves rebels and insurgents, and you think you're so good at this, and you invested so much time and you wanted to do this. She is everything that you have dreamt about being, in this fight. And she is dead because you couldn't follow orders and you fucked up. I wanted her to kill him so bad. But weirdly, in the grand scheme of things, this might be a good thing, right? Because the Empire was fully in on this. They knew this was happening. They were watching it happen. They wanted these people to feel as though they are good at what they're doing, right? The whole plan was to allow them to steal this stuff, and then once they're essentially getting away, send in the people to, you know, to be alerted or whatever, so that they have the feeling of like, oh, we just got out of there, like, great job, guys. And then they have a ton of confidence, and they maybe get reckless, maybe they do these other things, like they escalate their actions, and then the Empire can come in and crush that rebellion with an iron fist and go forward with all their plans, right? But with this guy killing Cinta, there's a substantial chance that it has the opposite effect, where instead of being like, hey, like, we're gonna have guns and we're gonna use them and we're gonna escalate our actions and all these things, maybe they scale back and maybe they're like, hey, we need to approach this a lot more cautiously, because last time we were aggressive and arrogant, we got someone killed, right? That's bad. So maybe they scale things back and it works against the Empire's favor, because if I remember the Gorman Massacre, like, they kill a bunch of peaceful protesters. Like, it's not even, like, I don't even think they were doing anything aggressive or violent or anything. I think they just kill peaceful protesters. So maybe Cinta dying is a catalyst for them to be like, hey, we need to go about this in a different way, and follow Cassian's advice of like, we need to be way more cautious and we need to think a lot more before we're doing these things. And maybe that is what leads to the Gorman Massacre. You know, if Cinta's death inadvertently, you know, unites the entire galaxy in rebellion, that would be a beautiful, like, heartbreaking but bittersweet, you know, eventuality or outcome from her death, right? That would, you know, give some solace. But yeah, that was a lot. What else happened? Luthen and Clea had to get a bug out of an art piece, and it was really stuck in there. Clea's hand was bleeding while she's trying to get this out, and they would have gotten caught if Mon Mothma didn't hate Krennic so much. She's got so much beef with that guy. She's like, you are a fascist and a torturer, and you kill people that aren't doing anything wrong, and your view of history is wrong, and you're an evil person. And he's like trying to give it right back to her, be like, oh, really? Well, you know, don't they skin people alive? And it's like, you know, they're just going back and forth at each other. But them doing that gave Clea enough time to get that thing out, and it's just like, lucky duck. But I loved them being like, we should have killed Krennic while we were up there. Like, yeah, you should have. It would arguably would have been a good idea, because he's instrumental in the creation of the Death Star, right? Like, that's his whole thing. All the money that he got went to that. Maybe if he died, someone else would have been elevated to take that mantle up, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Death Star was a priority of the Emperor's, so he probably would have elevated someone else, but it could have severely disrupted things and made things easier for the rebellion. I don't know. What else happened? Let's talk about Bix and Cassian. So Cassian's pissed that he's pissed that Luthen went to Bix to have her do a mission and change his mind, because he's like, yo, can't you see she's crashing out and not in a position to do solo missions? Like, if I'm not on the mission, she's not doing it. Like, he's not going to trust anyone else to take care of her, and he's not going to trust that she'll do well enough on her own, because she's basically drugging herself into oblivion, right? Like, Cassian's like, what are you thinking? And Luthen's position is very interesting because he's like, hey, you said you were in this. Do you want to be in this or not? Like, you have to take off the training wheels with her at some point, and she needs to pull herself together. And Luthen's right. Like, Bix needs to stop what she's doing, and she needs to come out of that stupor to be, you know, effective in the rebellion, but also just like for her own well-being. And Cassian, to an extent, needs to stop babying her, but like, it's tough because a line later in the episode that I think it was Belle that said it very much applies to that situation, where she said, we are more valuable to him apart than together. And I feel like that perfectly describes Cassian and Bix in regards to Luthen. Like, if it was up to Luthen, he would separate the two of them and have them do missions on their own. The fact that they have to be together to be even remotely useful. I mean, well, Cassian can do missions on his own, but like, the fact that Bix needs to be with him for her to be useful is like a huge anchor. And so if Luthen can separate her from that and like drive a wedge, they become, you know, doubly as valuable to him. And he's also not going to like stop letting her do drugs because if she stops doing drugs, like the crash out is going to be even worse. So he's like, all right, I'm going to keep allowing you to have this addiction. But hopefully she can be in a better spot next arc because she got her revenge this episode, which was pretty solid. The Dr. Gorst, she found him, or the mission was to kill him, and they did it. She gave him a taste of his own medicine, and she put those earmuffs on him and allowed him to be tortured before they blew up that building. So I'm happy she got her revenge. Hopefully she can stop drugging herself and be happy again. I don't know. Her and Cassian are real cute and real great, but like, I have to imagine she dies by the end of the season, because Cassian, come Rogue One, is not a happy person. Like, he's cold-blooded in Rogue One and has to be softened back up by Jyn. So who knows what's going to happen to her. I have to imagine not good things are in her future. But yeah. I don't know. I think that's all I got to say on this one. Definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Very curious to see how you guys feel. Otherwise, if you enjoyed my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a lot to me. If you're new here, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That is linked in the description down below. You just sync up your own copy of the episode and you can watch along with me. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.